Welcome to Move in May. Today is a core day that we're going to be completing with the band. So grab a strong or an extra strong band and your mat, and let's get started. Okay, to begin, we're going to come down onto your back. With the band, you're actually going to have it around your wrists. So just around the wrists, what you want to do is straighten the arms and then pull the arms apart so they're nice and tight, or you feel the tightness through the band. So from here, we're gonna pull down through our belly and come up into a crunch. So what we wanna make sure is that you're just drawing down through the belly and then lifting up like so without crunching the neck or just trying to lift as high as possible. So draw down to curl up and keep tension in the band the whole time. So we'll go for time here. So start to begin your reps in 3, 2, and 1. So pull the band apart and draw the core down and in. Let's be just conscious of the movement here, conscious of feeling the core. We want to prevent kind of the doming or poofing that you might typically get in the abs when you're doing a crunch, but also not having the neck pain, because we're not lifting with the head and neck. You're not trying to lift as high as possible. Squeeze the core here for 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're going to keep the band tightness again, but we're just going to lift it slightly overhead. So just slightly over, keep pulling the band apart, and you'll feel a bit of engagement in the core. Then we're going to take the legs and bring them up into a tabletop. So let the shins become parallel with the floor. As you hold the arms overhead, then we're going to lower one leg down, feeling our core engage. Keep pulling against the band, and then exhale, come back. So you're alternating legs here. And again, we'll go for time, so go ahead and begin. Now, focus on the tension of the arms. Focus on drawing in and down through the belly. So we really want to feel a deep core engagement here. If you're only feeling the upper abs, go ahead and maybe set one foot down as you try extending the other. Go back again, re-engage the band. Just about there for 3, 2, and 1. Just bring the arms down for a quick rest. So these first two, just really controlled. You're going to find more benefit out of getting good core engagement than you are just about maximizing repetitions here. So use the feeling of the resistance of the band to feel that tension and engagement through the core, and then really pull in and down from there. So let's go ahead back to those crunches. So pull the band, arms extend, ready, and begin. So just tuck your chin down as well. Just hold it in one spot. You're not trying to lift any higher with the head. Once you found its position, just keep it there. Little small exhale as you crunch up. And if you're not feeling a lot of resistance in the core, let's pull that band apart a little bit further. Engage through the arms there. We'll go 3, 2, and 1. Okay, rest the arms down a second, rest the head down. Again, we're going to extend the arms up, keep tension, but now pull overhead. Legs up in tabletop, extend one leg, ready, and begin. So just keep going through a series of checks with yourself. Drawing in through the core. Engage through the arms. Just basically feel the tightness through the whole front side of the body, because you're just squeezing down through the body. There for 3, 2, and 1. Relax there. So as we're resting here, you're going to take the band now and actually slip it through the feet and right around the ankles. And so at the ankles we'll go. We're going to find another crunching position here. The legs are going to be up, and you're going to pull the band apart, bring it back together as you're crunching up toward the band and come back down. So try to remember the same crunch we just did. So you're not, although we're lifting, you're not trying to get as high as possible. You're not trying to reach with the neck. So we'll get ready, set, and go. So pull apart as you crunch and come back down. So try to keep the same principles of our original crunch. It's just now that we're engaging the legs a bit, we're crunching up toward the band, but still feel that draw in and pull down through the abdomen. That's it, just about there. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring the feet down now. So now we're going to curl back, bringing knees in toward your chest and lift your tailbone off of the ground. So we want to engage the band, pushing outward, and keep tension on the band the whole time. And then you're going to roll back, bringing knees to chest as you lift the bum, and then come back down. So feel that pull again through the lower abdomen. So we'll get ready, set, and we'll... So control, especially when you lower the feet back down to tap. Feel that low belly core engagement. Excellent, just about there. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, just rest for a second. We're going to repeat again. Now with both of these again, let's find that reconcentration of drawing the core in and keeping the tension. When you engage it properly, you'll feel a lot more than if you're just moving with momentum and speed. All right, so bring the feet back up again. You're ready to pull out as you crunch up in 3, 2, and 1. So pull apart and crunch. Again, you're crunching up, but your core is pulling down and in. We're just about there for 5, 3, 2, and 1. All right, release down. And one more time, we'll be doing those reverse crunches. Let's feel that lower abdomen again. Ready, set, and go. Excellent, just about done. In 3, 2, and 1. So we'll go ahead and remove the band now from the feet. I'm going to come up and find a plank position. So when you have a plank position, but on the hands, now bring the band between the wrists once again. So we'll find a plank. Depending how strong the band is, your hands might not move very far. But what we're going to do is pop up in the hands, just try to balance on one hand at a time as you step one hand out to the side and back in, out to the side and back in. So as best as you can, hold your plank position without letting your hips rotate. All right, so get ready, set, and go. So step out and in, holding your hips as steady as you can. You can move your feet wide for balance. Again, just about there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, from the previous exercises, you should feel good core engagement, that you're starting to feel a little bit of fatigue in there if you've been gripping and using the core properly. So we'll rest the band down a moment and we're gonna come into our plank. But we're gonna drop the knees this time. So no band. We're gonna drop the knees, shift the hips forward, and then just start to drop the hips down until you feel really good core engagement, pulling up and in through the belly. And now what we're gonna try to do is just do the strongest plank you've ever done. You're gonna push the shoulders, push the arms, push the knees down, just squeeze everything really, really, really tight. So we're gonna fire up every muscle for 10 seconds and just go squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Just put a lot of force into it. Hold everything really strong, as if someone's gonna try to push you over. You've got it. 3, 2, and 1, and relax. So even though the knees are down, that should feel more difficult than a normal plank if you're firing every bit of muscle. We'll do that again, so if you didn't quite feel that, hopefully you will the second time. Back to our band, one more time for the plank. So, onto the hands, here we go. Popping up in 3, 2, and 1. So step out, back in. Good, just there. In 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, so find that plank, solid plank one more time on the knees, pushing everything into it. Every muscle you have, make this the strongest plank. Ready? In 3, 2, and 1. Shift forward and go. So squeeze, 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 and push. If you're doing this on day 1 of core, this will be the last thing you have to do. If we're on day 2, we're just gonna add a little bit extra after this. So hold, hold, hold. Squeeze and push. 3, 2, 1. All done. And that's it for your core today with the band. See you tomorrow.